The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown. End zone, Jake Ferguson. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Standback, Patrick Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Yeomans.
It's an afternoon edition of Talking Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, in the SWBC studios. Welcome in, everybody. We've got almost the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock. Today, Isaiah will be joining us very shortly. He's just running late because he overslept. He doesn't oversleep when it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, when it's Good Morning Football.
Yeah, when it's Good Morning Football, he doesn't show up late.
Oversleeping at 2 p.m.
It's crazy work.
That's what happens.
Interesting.
He's probably listening to this in his car, yelling at the stereo. What are you guys talking about? I'm stuck in traffic.
Seems like a guy that didn't realize he had a show at 2 o'clock on Thursday.
Seems that way.
Maybe he didn't check his email. I don't know.
Man.
What the heck? To be fair, I also didn't know that we had a show today.
Really?
Well, I just got back from vacation.
Oh, true.
You have an
That's fair.
First day back, I assumed they did it on Tuesday.
How was the
no
vacay?
big deal. It was excellent. I went to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Oregon for a little over, or I guess a week, and then had some days here back and forth between those days, but very refreshing. If you've never been to Oregon, please check that out. We were sitting in Portland.
So serene.
Love the people out there. Any Cowboys fans out there that were nice enough to wear Cowboys hats or whatever. Point out the hat that I was wearing. Shouts to them. But yeah, do that. Go do that. Go to Mount Hood. Go see a mountain. Go see a snow-capped mountain. You ever do that?
Yeah.
You ever check that out?
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. So we were driving through. We were driving
We
to
don't
Mount
get
Hood.
those in Texas.
We don't get snow-capped mountains around here. Not in this America.
Plenty
you know
of
what I mean?
plains and prairies, though.
We're driving through to Mount Hood through mountains of trees. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I was like, this is where gorgeous comes from. Because it's like, no, I'm dead serious because of gorges.
Yeah.
That's where they are. And it's like trees as far as the eye can see. It is taking up the skyline, how tall and gigantic these mountains of trees are. Most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And this is coming from someone who's lived in Texas my entire life. So, yeah. Who knew?
Looking at
Who knew America the Beautiful,
the
right?
pictures you posted, I mean, like, literally looked like the definition of serenity, dude. Like, you look like your feet weren't even touching the ground.
Oh, man, yeah.
Like, those pictures were spectacular, man.
We went to the Goonies beach. I did a truffle shuffle on the beach.
Did you?
Yeah.
Video or you're lying? Then I guess you're lying.
You got to pay for that, buddy.
I guess you're lying.
It's behind a paywall.
It's good. Get outside, get in nature, man. It doesn't happen often enough nowadays. We are so attached to devices and, doing things on the home front, and we've, been blessed enough to be able to make our homes so comfortable where it makes it kind of difficult to want to leave sometimes. But it's good to get outside, get outdoors, get barefoot and run in the grass or something.
A literal and certified touch grass moment.
Mm-hmm.
You touched grass.
Touching grass.
I'm going to run in the concrete parking garage across the street the same way.
It's not
Just
the same.
straight through.
It's not the same.
First time I ever went to Portland, it was like one of my first trips out of Texas when I was probably 7th, 8th grade. And I remember it was in the middle of July. So Texas heat, humidity.
Like I said,
And I got July. And got on the plane, got to Portland after stopping in Arizona and in Phoenix. And then you go to Portland. And I remember getting off the plane. I was like, wow. Not everywhere is 110 degrees in July. Like, what? Wait, what is this? And I like the whole ride. I mean, I was, like I said, a middle schooler. A whole ride to the hotel, I was just doing this in the breeze with the window down in the back of the car. Like,
You look like that.
Rolling with the home.
That homies. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You look like that viral Jason Garrett meme on the
yes,
train when he's
1,000%.
I was doing that myself. It's
the best.
It's spectacular. If you can go out and touch grass, please do that for your mental health, if not anything else.
Absolutely.
Good reminder. All right. Patrick No-See Walker.
Yeah.
Time for some news and notes. Not a ton going
Not
on.
a ton. Forgive me. I'm trying to get this seat situated because I got this thing going on.
We must have had a linebacker or two signed since we last had.
No,
Nope.
Oh.
it's a no for me.
No.
The Cowboys.
All right, guys, we're gonna go back to Portland.
But they're not done yet.
They're not done yet. So like Kyle Yeomans has so eloquently lobbed over to me, Cowboys have been pretty dry on the transaction front. Obviously the most recent signing is going to be Jonathan Bullard, defensive lineman. But outside of that, no linebacker addition. So that's still a glaring box that needs to be checked off going into, and for my money, also coming out of the draft at this point. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Donovan Ezraku announced that he will change his number to number 6. So number 6 goes from one Donovan to the other Donovan. Right? So number 6 also being the number that Ezraku played with at Boston College. So he gets back into his number 6. Donovan Wilson, obviously still a free agent. He was not brought back by the team. Cowboys signed Jalen Thompson, PJ Locke to solidify that safety position alongside Malik Hooker. So outside of those couple of things, I mean, it's been pretty dry. Cowboys did have the league meetings in which Schottenheimer and both of the Joneses, Jerry and Steven, spoke. And one of the more interesting things, number one, goes to the point of what Kyle was saying, which is Stephen Jones did say that the Cowboys, quote unquote, are not done in free agency as they go into the draft. They're really trying to check off that big linebacker box before they
Pretty big box.
Pretty big box. And they want to see what they can do before then. There's some free agent names that have been thrown out. Brian Schottenheimer specifically drew a circle around Bobby Wagner as a guy. Obviously, they spent time together with Seattle, and I caught that big box. You
don't have to repeat it.
I had to.
Just keep going.
It's in the middle of the defense. It's a wide open hole. That's what it is.
A lot of these safeties have to play in the box. That's part of it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They didn't attack the box. Always attack the box. So, yeah, we'll see where they stand at this point going forward. But as it stands, and I can tell you, and this is something that we talked about on the last episode, I can tell you that the Cowboys have made attempts at trying to bring in a linebacker, a free agency linebacker, outside of the unsuccessful bid for Nakobe Dean. They did not give up after that. There are some other names that are in the mix. One's in, the Southeast,
Yeah.
palm trees and the like. But, takes two sides to make a deal.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the Cowboys can, strike another blockbuster trade or trade of any effect, or if they just simply go out and get a veteran linebacker. But I'm at the stage of the game where I feel like because you're so close to the draft, outside of a blockbuster deal for a linebacker, if you sign a veteran, that doesn't preclude getting someone like a Sonny Styles or whatever the case may be.
Because they need so many bodies, they need so many guys at the linebacker position, are you waiting on multiple moves here? I mean, and I'm not just saying sign a guy, right? I'm saying trade and then draft a top 100 linebacker and then maybe sign another starting caliber linebacker, or try and find one out there, or maybe trade or draft 2 guys and trade for another guy. So you're adding 3, because you kind of need 3 or 4 new members of your linebacking core to even field the team the right way going into training camp.
I don't feel like you have the luxury to go overkill at linebacker. I'm on board with 2 of those options. So if you want to trade for one, I'd still use one of the day
trade one,
draft one. But you got to address edge. You got to address edge. We talked about it a lot. Rashawn Gary was brought in, but you need something in addition to that. That I don't feel like that's the only thing that you can look at and say, okay, well, that's going to be my edge resolution there opposite Ezraku, who, by the way, is coming off of labrum surgery. So, you have to address edge on day one is my opinion.
You have to address edge on day one.
I believe you do.
I tend to disagree. I feel like...
So if Bane is staring you in the face.
I'm already on record. What
are you doing? What are you doing?
A lovely, lovely voice. I'm on record that I want Bane. There's no doubt about it. But I don't think that it is necessary to go day one with picking an edge. I really don't think it's...
Tell me your depth chart on your edge right now. Right now, as it stands. April 9th.
Ezraku, Rashawn Gary.
Labrum needs to improve off of last year.
Okay.
Rashawn Gary.
Fair enough. Then you have Marshawn Nealon. My goodness. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Not Marshawn.
You're good.
You're all right. Wish we had him.
Sam Williams.
Nope.
Yes, wish we had him.
Yeah.
You have rest in peace to
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
My mistake.
You wish you had
A little rusty.
You wish you had something proven that you can sink your teeth into when it comes to Sam Williams, but you don't.
No, you don't.
Gosh.
No, nothing is solidified there. But I also don't
So
think.
that's three
I think you're.
that you've named that you can't sink your teeth into.
No, not at all.
But you have a void at corner right now.
You haven't brought back Jadeveon Clowney. You haven't brought back
That's fair.
any of those guys.
You do have a void at corner. However, you at least addressed that in free agency. You at least went and got a Kobe Durant.
Right.
When you talk about addressing, let's assume, because I see where you're going with the corner. Let's assume.
I think it's linebacker and corner. I think those are your two
Revel
picks.
asterisk, because I'm going to keep the energy. If I'm going to put an asterisk on Ezraku, I'm going to put an asterisk.
Deron Bland too. Are we sure about the foot?
Asterisk, right? But it could go either way. I guess what I lean toward is just building it front to back.
This goes back to our March Madness conversation. This is what happened when we got to this point because it's those
Because
three
nothing
positions.
has changed since then.
Nothing has changed, and you're completely right in saying that. But the thought process is corner. You don't have any healthy bodies. You have capable bodies as long as they're healthy, but you can't tell me they're healthy. Edge rusher, you have bodies, but they might not be capable bodies, or at least they haven't shown in the past that they can carry the entire weight of a pass rush ability from a team-wide standpoint.
Right.
And then linebackers, you just need bodies. You don't have anybody there. I mean,
Exactly.
you've got Shamar James being your number one linebacker at the moment. I know everybody's saying, well, what about Marist, edge rusher? What about Demo hurt? I mean, you don't have bodies there
Right.
at the moment.
Shamar's the only one without an asterisk.
Exactly. So, and even that's a fifth-round pick from a year ago who
can
played
you
sparingly
rely on him
and
to
saw
start?
some good things, saw some great things from Shamar. And I think you'll see a step forward, and they're really excited about him. So all three of those positions, if you're telling me the best player available at those positions is on the board at 12 or 20, I'm taking any of those.
So you would
without
triple up.
balking.
You would triple up.
What do you mean?
Free agency signing or trade to acquire a linebacker, and you would still double dip with 12 and 20 at linebacker
Not at linebacker. I wouldn't double dip at 12 and 20. I would double dip in the draft.
in the draft.
There
Okay.
are linebackers on day 3 that I think
Okay.
you could
Okay.
really.
I just want so you can qualify it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know
I
some
would
might think we're talking only about 12 and 20.
I'm taking a linebacker, an edge rusher, and a corner in the top 100.
Well, you got a third round pick back.
Exactly.
So now it's third
You've got 3 picks in the top 100.
Yeah.
Those are my 3. Linebacker, corner, edge rusher. Maybe not in
What
that
if you're
particular
cleared?
order.
Yeah. What in what particular order then?
That depends on how the board.
Of course.
That's all board,
But your
yeah.
priority at that point.
I would say corner, edge, linebacker.
I would say edge,
Which-
linebacker, corner.
See, but in
I would go linebacker, corner,
so it's all flipped.
edge.
the thought process for me here is if I'm sitting here right now and I'm at 12, and let's say it's best case scenario, and you've got the top edge rushers on the board, let's say Bailey or Bain, which is not happening. You're going to have to trade up to go get those guys. One of those two guys, Isaiah Standback, welcome to the show, sir.
brother?
Only 14 minutes and 30 seconds late.
I told y'all I was gonna be late. What happens when y'all put a podcast in the middle of the dog?
Yeah, you know, part of it.
You didn't look at your email, man.
Hey, listen, my schedule don't work like that. That's why I do AM podcast.
Fluid.
That's why I do AM podcast.
Listen, I dragged my one-legged,
Hey,
a
listen.
crooked letter, crooked
Hey,
leg.
I was out there doing country. I was out there doing country work. Okay, out there moving rocks and boulders. Yeah,
Yeah, setting up your beehives.
exactly.
That's what it was.
Exactly. The bees come in tomorrow.
Beef farmer Isaiah Standback,
Right.
everybody. Welcome in.
That's
A
right.
resident beef
Yeah.
He's out there trying to earn them Watts only pies.
I tell you what.
He's saying you earn honey the hard way, baby.
We're gonna give you that intro now. The flight of the bumblebee.
Bro, exactly. Huh? Turn it up. Turn it up. I'm definitely gonna get sung in the butt. How you feeling,
I
bro?
want you guys, have you listened to any of the show on your way in?
No.
Okay, I want you to take a guess right now.
Okay.
What our debate is currently. It has to do with the NFL draft. And
Trade back.
no, and it's not a trade sale.
okay.
That was my next
Stick
game.
and pick.
Okay.
So what do you think we're talking about if we're talking about
Position?
the NFL draft?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And
What position do you grab first?
Yeah. And then what would be the 3 spots that
top
we would
three.
be talking about?
DN, cornerback, linebacker.
There we go. And now if you had to
And
put
now-
it in that
Is
order.
it in that order?
Is it in that
No,
order?
what's your order?
It depends on how it falls. The way that I see it going, I see
course.
I see it being DN and linebacker interchangeable.
But what's your preference?
My preference is one of those 2 positions first. One of those 2 positions first.
Well, so, KY, what was yours?
So I was running through a scenario.
Okay.
I think it's unrealistic to expect Bain or Bailey to fall without something crazy happening that allows them to fall.
Okay.
Right? If they're at 12,
right,
I would take an edge rusher first. Okay. So that would go against my order of 3. Mm-hmm. I still think corner is still very much so up there because of the health of the position.
Yes.
And I would still take an edge rusher in that spot because you don't just find blue chip edge rushers.
Agreed.
You can find a starting caliber corner. Mm-hmm. That's fine. You can do that. Especially at 20. I still think you're going to have a starting caliber corner at 20. So I would take one of those guys if they fall. Because that's unrealistic, I think it's more likely you're going to see one of the top corners fall.
So I have a question.
I agree.
Who's your monkey wrench?
What is that? What is a monkey wrench?
You have
Foo Fighters. Let's go.
We all agree.
Nice.
I know, right?
He
We all have.
Probably still on medicine, bro.
I'm on 7 meds right now. I'm absolutely on 7 medications. I'm absolutely on 7 medications right now, my brother.
Who's got that monkey wrench?
100%. Had that first post-op yesterday, and that scar is gnarly down there. But yeah, I'm on 7 meds. But nonetheless, we all agree edge, linebacker, cornerback in any variation.
Sure.
When I say who's your monkey wrench, I mean, like, for example, a Caleb Downs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
1,000%.
If he happens to fall to 12, you absolutely
See, and like,
What if he falls to 9?
no.
You're not going up.
No.
You're not going up to.
I'm still not going.
Don't give up more.
I stick it. I'm sticking and picking.
Stick it and pick it. Stick it. As my mom used to tell me, stick it, pick it, and lick it.
Your mom told you that?
Absolutely. My whole childhood. Stick it, pick it, and lick it. Whenever she was
in regards to what?
I was going to say, what's the...
Whenever, if I was getting on her nerves, boy, just stick it, pick it, and lick it. That means like go on about your business.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So, it's a Washington thing?
it's interesting.
I guess. I don't know. Hood.
Can you ask me that question again?
Yeah. So who's your monkey wrench? Who would have to begin falling that would have you deviate from those 3 positions that you just talked about, that we all agree that the Cowboys have a dire need in: edge, cornerback, and linebacker? What player would start to sniff around 12 where you'd be like,
Got to go get him.
gotta go get him?
There's 3 names.
Come on.
David Bailey,
Okay.
Sonny Styles,
Okay.
Caleb Downs. If those 3 names are at 6, I would get on the phone and just call and see. I would
What
just
Josh
call and
just
see.
said is if Caleb Downs is approaching 9,
I
he's
get
not.
it. And I understand wanting to stay and take your 12 and 20, but we've run through a lot of simulations where you get wiped out at 12.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting there and the best player on your board that makes sense for you is Spencer Fano or Monroe Freeling.
Oh, okay.
Offensive tackles. So with that being said, or one of the wide receivers. So I'm looking at that and saying, I want to upgrade my defense right now. Those are 3 guys that can do that right now.
If you're the Cowboys and at 10, Manguia is still on the board. Left tackle, Miami.
Mawanoa.
Mawanoa? Oh, that's how you say it?
Yeah.
Manguia.
I like that. I was like, who is this
Sounds like a
player
good
that
name,
I've
right?
not heard of yet?
not
familiar
Francis Mauigoa.
I'm not.
Mawanoa, sorry.
I'm not.
It's a silent G.
Not doing it? But if you're the Dallas Cowboys, are you doing it?
No.
No.
If he falls to 12, they would have that conversation. I think he's going 3 to the Arizona Cardinals, personally. But
And Fano's already off the board at that point, too.
at 10, maybe. It depends. I'm saying we've run through simulations where it's more likely that the offensive tackles fall than some of the defenders fall.
Okay.
And that's where I'm saying if you're Dallas and you want to upgrade your defense right now with a bona fide playmaker, any of those 3 names make it to 6, I'm at least talking it through. Because there's a scenario where you can trade, and we've talked about it on the draft show, where you trade 12 and 20 to Cleveland, and they pick up 2 first-round picks because they don't need a bona fide 6th-round pick, but you pick up 6 and 39. So you still have a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd-round pick. You just don't pick twice in the 1st. But you get a guy like Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, or David Bailey at 6, and then you get one of these 1-2 cheater grades in the middle of the back half of the 30s, and you end up doing something like that.
So let me put this out there for those that may or may not know. We're talking about the Cowboys possibly moving up or down on day 1 or day 2 or day 3. Here's the quote from Jerry Jones. It's in an article that I wrote on DallasCowboys.com. And Jerry Jones effectively stated, quote unquote, absolutely the Cowboys will entertain improving on an in-draft read on what gives us a better chance to get another player, end quote. Now you can interpret that however you like.
Yep.
Bottom line is the Cowboys are, as we're entering the draft, they're open for business to hear all conversations and possible scenarios. And that does include possibly moving up. Now, put my hat on. Let me
Put it on.
Yeah, my hat on.
Put your Jimmy on.
You would have to sell me on trying to move up from 12
Safety.
to 6. I don't have to. I'm married. You won't have to sell me from moving up. You would have to sell me on moving up from 12 to 6 because that's not an inexpensive venture. That's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
But scared money don't make money.
And
those are three. Those are three.
Damn,
players.
Kyle.
That's what I'm saying. There's three
around us
players
too long.
right
You've been
there.
around us too long.
Three players right there that'll immediately make you a better defense.
Strong J.
Can you tell me right now, based off of today as we stand on Thursday, April 9th, 2026, that the Cowboys defense is significantly, and that's the key word here, better than what they were last year?
Significantly?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Exactly. I'm not sitting and waiting.
Which is why you need
I'm not
both picks.
sitting and waiting for something to fall in my lap. If that happens, great.
That's why you need both picks.
Great. I get it.
For that reason.
I get it.
Those are very
You're not
valuable
losing.
picks, though.
You're still picking in the top 40.
But here's
now
my
you
question.
get to pick a bona fide, no doubt, safe playmaker that's going to get you the job done right now. And then you get another shot at a starter at 39.
But you don't think you do that at 12 and 20?
You might at 12. You might if one of those guys falls. Mansour Delane falls. Spencer Fano on the offensive side. That's the thing is I'm not looking at offense, though.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not trying to look at offense. You're going to get a good player at 12. Don't get me wrong. But your defensive guys that you feel like are going to be
Zay's shaking his head.
incredible
I'm just looking at
may not be there at 12.
I'm looking at the draft order.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to be in a really good position at 12.
For who?
Any of those
Any of those guys.
I think you're going to get your linebacker, your DN, or your safety of choice. I think you're going to get that guy. I'm looking at it. I mean, Las Vegas, they're getting quarterback. The Jets, who knows what they're going to
Probably going to take Arvell Reese.
Yeah, okay. Arizona, they need an
Offensive tackle.
Yeah, they need an offensive lineman. Tennessee they need weapons. They've already added a bunch of stuff on defense already. They might add more, but that's been their primary defensive-minded head coach. The Giants, they actually have a pretty loaded team, but I would imagine they probably go O-line. Cleveland, oh Jesus,
They could take literally anything.
Washington could take anything. New Orleans could take anything. Kansas City, I would imagine, would be specific. But then you start getting down to Cincinnati, Miami. I mean, I don't see them taking the guys that you want.
Kyle, tell me, who is for sure, of the playmakers that you're talking about,
Sure.
who is for sure off the board at 12? With absolute certainty.
Without moving up, it would be Bailey, Styles, Downs, and Bain.
Off the board. Gone.
As long as nothing happens between now and the draft. That's my caveat.
Off the board.
Those four are off the board. The guys that I think could fall are Delane, the corner out of LSU. Well, that's pretty much the only other name there I'd be interested in.
Vegas is
That's
taking
the
a
only other
quarterback. Tennessee's taking a running back, most likely, if he's there.
Maybe. They might take David Bailey. He's a better edge rusher.
But if it's Delane at 12, do you think that at that
Oh,
point,
it'd be awesome.
at 20, you can either get your linebacker
Sure.
or your edge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Which, that's the risk you're taking. If you have the one name that you feel like is possible to fall is Mansour Delane, you're taking a risk sitting at 12 that Cincinnati, who needs cornerback help, doesn't take him. They take Jermon McCoy instead. Right? He runs a 4.38. Maybe they feel better about him in the tape and
this guy
the
a shutdown?
ACL, whatever it ends up being.
Is this guy a shutdown?
Mansour Delane? Absolutely.
Shutdown.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a dog.
Like who?
He's a dog.
Like compare him to somebody.
They're comparing him to Quinyon Mitchell right now.
I don't know if I love that comparison. Let me give you
That's NFL.
Let me give you what I put in the draft magazine.
I'm just reading Isaiah's face.
I mean, but
Keep
if
your
anybody
12,
likes it,
keep your
Quinyon
12,
Mitchell
keep your
type,
20. I think you're going to get two really good players. I think you're going to get two. I mean, if you're talking, but this conversation was about moving up from 20 to 15 to go grab somebody or something like that, then that's a different conversation. But I don't think we have the draft equity in order to do that. But stick at 12.
Well, see, okay, so
I can see them sticking at 12 and then moving up from 20. You know what I'm saying? To go make sure
With
that
what?
I don't know.
Well, see,
I'm just saying that's a better conversation.
Because the thing is I think everyone needs to understand and remember that, and I know you're ready to go to break.
Yeah, we got to take a break.
Everyone needs to understand real quick that when you're talking about these trade packages, you're not only talking about 2026 draft picks.
Correct.
Okay, let's go to break.
We can continue this conversation if we want on the other side of the break.
Yeah.
More Talking Cowboys right after this with the whole cast and crew ready to rock. Appreciate you joining us. We'll be back right after this.
Every day begins with a promise. a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
As America's leading business lender, Bank of America is on your corner and in your corner. With over $9 billion in business loans and more than 140 business specialists right here in North Texas, we help businesses thrive so communities prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Getting AT&T's best deal on a Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra made me realize I do deserve the best. Like this bubble bath with fancy soap and even this face mask.
Learn how new and existing AT&T customers can get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra with Galaxy AI for $0 with eligible trading. Any condition. Requires trading of Galaxy S24 Plus, Z Fold 5 or newer. Installment plan and eligible wireless plan. Minimum $60 a month before discounts for AT&T Value 2.0. Subject to change. Visit att.com/Samsung for details.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Back with Patrick Nosey Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Standback.
Oregon Josh, what they call him.
The Oregon Josh.
The Oregon Josh.
The Oregon Josh.
Chris Beam is in the back. I'm Kyle Yeomans.
Did you used to play the Oregon Trail?
No.
Died of dysentery.
Were you ever on
I did.
Come on, man.
Beamer did.
The snake bite Beamer?
Beamer got it.
I used to hate when that popped up.
You
Bitten by a snake.
Oh, no, man.
You're showing our age now.
Hit facts.
Showing our age.
Yeah, what year did that come out?
Oh,
Oregon Trail? Dude, elementary school
Yeah.
for me.
Oh, okay.
You're talking 80s. Early.
Play that on
late
PC.
Yeah.
old
Before my time.
Old school
Oh, yeah.
PC.
That's floppy disk.
Chris
Yeah.
Beamer made a claim this morning that I think we need to bring up on the show.
Okay.
He claims that he is younger than one Patrick Nosey Walker.
Oh,
I think that's true.
in what capacity are we speaking? Well, let me qualify. In no capacity, but I'm curious in what capacity is.
In terms of, like, age as a number?
No.
Yeah.
I'm 45.
Oh, I got you by a couple years.
Yeah, okay, so he's a little bit older.
How
I
old
didn't
are
know
we,
how
Beam?
old Beam was.
How old are we, Beam?
48.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3, not 2.
Makes
Said a
sense.
couple years.
Okay.
That's just your
A
math.
few years.
I mean, because if you're going to make a claim,
A trio of
He said it so confident. I was
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
Beamer,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
if you're going to
Guys,
so confidently make a bombastic claim such as that,
All I
the
said is
math
I
needs
thought
to
you were older than I was.
Not
That's
at all.
all I said.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's the gray. But
You
It
made it
is-
sound like
it is
you were
the gray.
25.
It is the gray. Oh no, I'm definitely not 25.
The original Oregon Trail came out December 3rd of 1971.
85. Really?
Whoa.
Oh, that's way
71.
beyond me. You know, that's
bro, that game was
V1.
awesome. That game was awesome.
That's way beyond.
The classic version came out in 85, so that's probably
that's probably what I was playing.
yeah. The original was 71, but the classic version
I got it.
released for Apple II computers.
Yeah.
Widely recognized version of the game.
That's what I played.
That's what you guys were playing in 85.
Yep.
There you go. And you learn something new every day.
You have the Apple II?
What did I have that?
Is that the one with the clear?
No.
No,
that's the Mac.
That's the Mac. The colors. Yeah, that
Bro,
was the Mac.
that was fire.
That was. They had a big head.
We got that in our computer lab. We were like, oh.
They had a big head.
What is this?
They're only like 4.
That was
You
a
got to
flex.
share.
That was a flex.
All right. That's a subtle flex.
Yeah, it was
subtle one.
It was a flex.
I want to continue this conversation.
Okay.
The it will be a conversation on draft night, and Jerry Jones has already alluded to that. Everybody's talked about it. Trade up versus trade down. We've talked about trading up, and I know you guys aren't wanting to do so.
No.
My whole argument is that there are 6 names that I think can make your defense immediately better without any sort of red flags and any sort of question marks. And those were the 6 that I talked about there in Reese, Bailey, Styles, Delane, Downs, and Bain. Those 6 names.
Let me ask you this question.
5 of them are probably gone, and you're waiting on one to drop.
Leading into this topic, how many defensive players do you think go in the top 20?
Jeez.
I'll go by. Let's just go by we did a draft show mock draft last week. There was those 6 names: Thieneman, McCoy, Hood, Messidor,
11,
and Terrell.
How many is that?
That is, I just counted through them. I believe that's 10.
So
is it 10 or 11?
So you're right on.
10 or 11?
I think 11. I think 11 going to the top 20.
10. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 11.
So 11 going to the top 20. How many difference makers, year one difference makers, do you think there are on the defensive side of the ball in this year's draft?
4.
He just said 5 or 6.
And I would throw Akeem Messidor in there too. I think he would be like my 6.5. He's not as good as those guys. He's not in that top 6.
Day one.
But I bet you
But a potential
6.5. Yeah. He could possibly be there. That's where I'm at. Because the other guys I have question marks with.
Mm-hmm.
McCoy, it's the health. Hood, it's the technique. Messidor, it's partially the technique, partially the age. He played 6 years in college. Terrell, it's the technique and maybe the processing ability. All of them I have question marks on. Not saying that the previous 6 guys are perfect prospects, but I have less questions in my evaluation of them than I do the other.
How many guys would you take from Ohio State?
in general?
Yeah.
Almost all of them.
In the top 20. With your 12 and 20 pick.
Yeah, Reese, Styles. I would throw Carnell Tate in there because I think he's a badass.
That's fair.
Downs. Is there anybody I'm missing? That's probably it.
It sounds like it's about, as far as those picks he's talking about, yeah.
4 in the top 20. Where would you go?
Yeah, those 3.
3 minus Tate.
Yeah. Like Styles. Styles will be first. Sorry. Styles or Downs. I'll take either one of those guys first.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
Sure.
Reese is cool. He's
his is position value.
Yes. Based upon the new scheme. He's kind of sneaky when you turn on his film.
If you like CJ Allen over Styles, what is the reason behind that?
I like the Rodriguez cat too. I like the Rodriguez cat.
Should I say this objectively or subjectively?
I like Rodriguez.
You can't say it today.
In a box.
I can say it. I've been through a lot. I could say it.
Go ahead.
Go Dogs. But no, I think objectively speaking, all told, Sonny Styles is a better linebacker than C.J. Allen. I do have him graded higher on my board. That again, this is just objectively speaking. The science is the science. I don't think that he beats out C.J. in every single category. I think, athleticism, absolutely. Football acumen on Sonny Styles is outrageous, but I would argue that C.J. Allen's football acumen is slightly higher because we're talking about a guy.
They're both great.
But we're talking.
They're
about
both going to wear
a guy in
dot.
C.J. Allen. We're talking about a guy who called the plays defensively
Exactly.
every snap for Kirby Smart and that defense in Georgia.
6'1",
I would argue
versus 6'5", 244.
Yeah.
Positional flex.
Athleticism
Sonny
is
Styles
Sonny.
give you
Athleticism
way-
is Sonny.
Not even just
I'm telling you.
athleticism, flex.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because Allen, no disrespect, I haven't seen his film or anything like that. That's y'all's thing.
Excellent in refits,
but
not great.
I'm looking at his size. He can play one position.
Yeah.
And he's excellent.
He's a Mike.
Yeah, he's not great in coverage, but he's
He
excellent.
can bump out. Well, yeah. He's a Mike or.
But if
What
I'm also
the
hearing
thing with C.J. Allen is where he lacks in athleticism, he makes up in the ability to diagnose quickly.
No doubt.
Right. So because he can diagnose quickly, it masks some of the athleticism deficiencies. Right. Whereas Sonny Styles, again, this is not saying Sonny Styles is not of a high football IQ. We just said it's outrageously high. But I do put C.J.'s a little bit higher. Sonny is just he's a freak. He's freakish. He's freakish athletically, but he doesn't top CJ in every single category.
is he more aggressive than CJ Allen? At tackling and coverage?
I think so.
I would
Think
say
so?
so.
Yeah.
I would argue that your defensive coordinator is looking for a guy that's going to be able to be the green dot, no doubt about it. And granted, if Sonny Styles is that guy, he's that guy.
That's him.
But to me, CJ Allen has the brain works.
He does.
That has been brought
Sonny
up a
is
lot
more
in terms of our
aggressive-
defensive coordinator.
Sonny's more aggressive in coverage because he can be. because he's
he came from the safety position,
right,
correct?
Right, correct. But also because he's more athletically inclined to do so. CJ, he's not as aggressive in coverage. There are times where he second guesses in coverage because he wonders if he can kind of get there. But when it comes to run fits or a mobile quarterback, he's there. So I would argue he's better in run coverage and run defense, not run coverage, but run defense than Sonny. But as a total athletic package who can do both, I'm going to get.
What position are you putting Styles at?
Linebacker.
What part? What you mean?
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Ooh, good question. What do I have Overshown? Overshown is my Will.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. I would put
Shamar is my Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then he has to be.
He's
Mike.
your Mike.
He has to be my Mike.
And he should be the Mike.
He has
I
to be
think
my Mike.
in this system,
Has to
I
be.
think he would.
A 6'5" Mike is crazy.
It'd be wild.
But so then, what's your orientation if you get him and you would prefer, or unless you're saying you wouldn't prefer Demo to be?
That's if he
Will?
falls, which probably not.
See, and that's why I had my conversation. We're talking about a freak. This guy's awesome. Go up and get him. Go and do it. Just stop being scared and go and make a move and go get you a dude. But these are dudes. CJ Allen, by the way, I love CJ Allen. And I've mocked him multiple times to Dallas on the Blitz, on Draft Show, all of these different things. I had a little birdie get in my ear and there might be some medicals. I haven't confirmed that yet, so I'm not going to say it specifically. There might be a medical there. That's a question mark. So if you start to see him slide, that might be why.
You need depth, Kyle.
I love that.
You need depth.
You need more than one guy.
I hear what you're saying, and I
That's the
respect
thing. You
it.
need more than one guy.
Understand.
And
Hear
the
what
draft
you're
doesn't
saying.
stop after day one.
And I respect what you're saying, Kyle. And I
Who's
like
the best player on your
Have a
defense
third
right
round
now?
pick
Who's the best player?
Who's the best player on
Kenny
your
Clark.
defense? Okay.
on defense.
And- and,
right now,
Quinn Williams.
Okay.
I was about to say
Who's your second best player on your defense?
Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark.
Oh, what positions do they play?
Defensive tackle.
Interior defense.
Oh, that's interesting. What about like playmaking positions? Let's talk about like linebacker, edge rusher, corner. Who's your best player?
At skill positions. When healthy.
Yeah,
This is a team effort, Kyle.
but that's what I'm saying. You don't have cornerstone pieces
I
to
hear
build
you,
around.
but- and I don't.
And
think
you
that's-
have
I don't think
you
that's
have
what they're looking
6
for.
names.
I don't think that's what they're looking for. I think they're.
I disagree.
I think they're looking for.
I agree.
I disagree.
I agree with
They
you.
don't have the depth.
They're
Listen,
looking for
you can
cornerstones, dude.
Yeah, you can have cornerstones, but like if you have a cornerstone and that cornerstone gets hurt and you look behind him, ain't nobody there. Then what?
That's football. That's part of.
That's what's. That's you
if
can't
Dak
keep
Prescott
doing
gets
it.
hurt,
You
that's
keep-
the same.
you can't-
Gets hurt, that's the same
That's why they went out and got
conversation.
another quarterback.
Sam Howell? You're talking about Sam Howell?
Listen, I think they're
Depth, Kyle.
looking
What?
to get cornerstones, and then they'll worry about the depth day 3 UDFA free agency post draft type stuff. I don't think they're going into this draft saying we need to identify depth.
I'm not talking about jabronis. I'm talking about not. You might not get your number 1 player
Yeah.
on the board, but you might get your second or third, and he's still going to
Which is
contribute
fine.
as well.
Right.
Totally
But
fine.
don't give up your draft equity to go grab the number 1 guy, and then you have nothing else to go grab. Because that's what it's going to require.
You're saying draft equity, and this is what I want
You
everyone
have
to come
2
to terms.
top 20 picks.
Yeah.
But
Use them.
You could have a top 10 and a top 40
If
pick
you
and still
go,
be okay.
if you reach and go get a player, and I say reach because you actually have to go up and grab the person, not reaching meaning that that's outside of what you're capable of doing. You have to reach and go grab a person. You're not going to have the 20th pick anymore.
Yeah, you have 39.
Past the equity
I
that
just
you
don't
currently
understand
have. You currently have 2 first-round picks in the top 20. You need those picks.
Why are so many
Stick
acting as
and
if
pick
there
and
are
lick,
no
I guess.
future picks to be factored into the trade?
Because you
equation?
don't have them.
You do, and not only do you,
Stephen
but
Jones
correct me
is
if I'm wrong.
negotiating.
No.
Stephen Jones is negotiating.
And the Cowboys, and with that being said, the Cowboys have shown a proclivity recently, last couple of off seasons, to be willing more than I've seen in recent history to give up future picks to try to improve this year's draft. So I say that to say the evidence is there on that side of the equation.
Kinda.
The evidence is there on that side of the equation.
Because we heard that conversation going into this offseason, and we still have 2 top 20 picks.
Well, you got 2 top 20 picks because also you still have 2 weeks until the draft. So I mean, my point being,
we didn't think that we were going to be sitting here with 2 top 20 picks right before the draft starts.
Let's stop taking
at the beginning of the offseason.
Oh yeah,
I
understand.
I felt good.
But that's
about
what gives you the arsenal to go get you a dog.
I'm just saying, let's stop taking 2027 picks out of the equation for some reason. Because for some reason, the crux of those arguments who say, well, you don't move up because you want at least your 2 picks that you have your 2 picks.
What is it in order to give up a top 20 pick in this year's draft? Right? What if you're an organization and Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones call you? What do you need in return?
For
Be
a top
honest.
20 pick?
Yes.
You know that's a conversation.
No.
Who's on the phone?
What does no C? What does no C need? Where does the conversation
I'll
start?
give you the break to think about it. When we come back, we'll talk about that and wrap things up here on this afternoon edition of Talkin Cowboys.
Getting AT&T's best deal on a Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra made me realize I do deserve the best. Like this bubble bath with fancy soap and even this face mask.
Learn how new and existing AT&T customers can get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra with Galaxy AI for $0 with eligible trade-in. Any condition. Requires trade-in of Galaxy S24 Plus, Z Fold 5 or newer. Installment plan and eligible wireless plan. Minimum $60 a month before discounts for AT&T Value 2.0. Subject to change. Visit att.com/Samsung for details.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
All right. Welcome back. Talking Cowboys.
All right.
Back into our discussion that has lasted 3 segments worth.
Right.
Patrick, what would it take for you to give up 20 to another player or to another team?
Again, I ask
12 or 20.
Who's on the phone and what players are on the board? This is not a cut and dry.
Okay.
It's not a cut and dry answer.
What's the conversation starts with? I need at least this in return. What is it?
Hold on. You asked. Who's still on the board?
Who's still on the board?
At 20? At 20.
No.
He's starting at 12.
He wants to reach and go grab somebody.
In this scenario,
I don't see.
If I want to
listen,
reach.
I don't foresee Dallas reaching from 12 to go grab somebody. I see them sticking at 12. But after 12, they might reach from 20 to maybe 15 or 16. If you're a team and you're sitting at 16, right, and Dallas calls you, a conversation starts at what?
I want your second round pick.
You need more than that.
I know, but that's you said the conversation starts at what?
I'm
you didn't say it ends at
so
what.
So we're swapping.
We're swapping
16 and 20.
So start of the conversation,
and you get the
swapping,
second
and you get a
second round pick. That's the starter of the conversation. That's the
Come on.
What?
You're good with that?
No. I'm saying, come on. Like, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to revamp the defense.
This is not my scenario.
Adding depth is great. I love that. But adding depth should have happened a while ago.
It should have happened.
We shouldn't be talking about depth at 20.
Exactly.
We should be talking about cornerstone
when I say
guys.
Depth, I'm talking about having talent across the board. What we tend to do whenever draft comes around is we want to get that one dog, right? That one guy that we absolutely know. But in order sometimes when you're sitting at 12 to have that absolute dog, you got to give up some of your other pieces that would have allowed for you to spread the talent out evenly. You don't want to find yourself back. I think Dallas, the Cowboys organization, is getting away from having just that one premier guy and not having anybody else across the board that can make contributions. I think that they're headed towards having talented guys all across the defense that can make contributions from every angle instead of saying, Josh, we got to worry about that guy right there. Let's figure out a way to shut him down, and then we're good everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what they want. I don't think they want that anymore.
No, and I agree with you. I think we're all on the same page in that way. But I think a trade from 20 to 15, 16, like at that point, just stick and pick, man. At that point,
stick and pick. And like,
if anything, you want to trade before 12.
Yeah.
If anything,
none of us are standing here saying they're one dog away.
Right.
No.
Nobody is saying that.
They're at least.
They're probably 3-4 guys
but
away,
to move from
like
12,
cornerstone guys.
To go from 12 to 6, Kyle, is going to take more than a second rounder.
Let's see.
No, that's the points that work out together in the
12 is valued at 1,200 points. 5, which is 6. Cleveland is valued at 1,600 points, 400-point difference. Cleveland's second round pick is worth 510.
You can make it work.
You can make it work.
That's what I'm saying.
You could make it work.
I don't.
They're going to look at you and be like, "Hey, this is a slight overpay. You can make it work."
Are you keeping 20 then?
At that point?
So you want to trade up from 12, right? You want to trade up from 12.
Yeah, the conversation starts at 6. I'm not going to 3 because that's where we would get into what Isaiah's talking about of wagering your future.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wagering your future if you're flipping 12 and 20 for 6 and 39.
39-ish.
That doesn't hurt you as much as it would if you're wagering this year, next year, a player, whatever it may be, to move up to 3 and then go get a guy that you might want. No. See what happens in the first 5 picks. If one of those 6 names is going to be there, whichever one you value the highest, then you get on the phone and see if you can work something out. Don't get overpaid or overtaxed or whatever it may be. Don't do something dumb. But if it's within the realm of possibility and you're not going to wager your entire draft to do it, go get yourself a dog. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm not just wagering everything to wager.
I like your approach. I just don't think that other teams are going to receive it that way.
Well, the problem is
Cleveland has already been vocal about wanting to trade out, though.
Yeah.
That's why that's been a conversation.
Also, the problem was you were never going to fill all of these needs in the draft, which is why you needed to attack free agency a certain way, which is why it's unfortunate that it's April 9th and you haven't been able to address the linebacker situation.
We're in this spot because
there
of
you
that.
go. So there you go.
If they would have addressed free agency the way that I think all of us anticipated them to address it, we wouldn't be having this.
We wouldn't have the 20th pick.
We'd say, wow, what is 12 going to be and what is 20 going to be? Now you got to maneuver to make it happen.
Still might not. 2 weeks.
They're 2 weeks away.
2 weeks.
All right, that does it for us here on Talkin' Cowboys. Hope you had fun. We're going to be back at our normal time next week. 10 a.m. Tuesday. Be there. Be square. Scare money, don't make money. For Patrick No.C. Walker, for Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Late, stand back. For Chris Beam in the back, I'm Kyle Yeoman saying so long from Talkin' Cowboys. Brought to you by Standbacks Bees.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!